Secret Garden, Episode 1. There is no one left. When Mary Lennox was sent to Mrs. Wade Maynard to live with her uncle, everyone said she was the most disagreeable-looking child ever seen. It was true too. She had a thin little face, a thin little body, and thin blonde hair. She had a sour look on her face, and her skin was pale because she had always been sick. She had been born in India. Where her father worked for the English government, her mother was a great beauty who only wanted to go to parties and amuse herself with interesting people. She had not wanted a little girl at all. So when Mary was born, her mother handed her over to the care of a nanny. The nanny had strict instructions: keep the baby out of sight as much as possible. The servant always let Mary do whatever she wants to keep her from crying and making her mother angry. By the time Mary was 6 years old, she was very selfish and stubborn. A young English government came to teach her to read and write, but she disliked Mary so much that she stayed only 3 months. The governess came and went even faster. One very hot morning, when she was about 10, Mary woke up feeling grumpy. She was even grumpier when she saw that the woman standing by her bed was not her usual nanny. "Why are you here?" she said to a strange woman. "I will not let you stay. Send my nanny to me." The woman looked frightened. "She cannot come." Mary flew into a rage and beat and kicked the servants, but the frightened woman would only repeat, The nanny cannot come. "There is a mystery in the air this morning," said Mary to herself after the servant went away. As she walked about the house, she noticed that some of the servants were missing. The one that she did see looking frightened. She went out into the garden and began to play under a tree near the porch. "I can pretend to make a flower garden," said Mary. She stuck a big red hibiscus blossom into little heaps but still felt angry that her nanny had abandoned her. Suddenly, someone came out of the porch. It was a mother and a young English soldier. Her mother's face and clothes were as beautiful as ever, but something was wrong. Mary's mother looked upset. "Is it so very bad?" "Oh, is it?" Mary heard her ask. "Awful," said the young soldier. You ought to have gone to Hills 2 weeks ago." Mary did not know what they were talking about. She stayed quiet and listened. "Oh, I know I should have gone," said Mary's mother. "I only stayed to go to that Hill party. The silly party. What a fool I was." Suddenly the sound of wailing came from the servants' quarter. The noise grew louder and wilder. "What is that?" cried Mary's mother. "Someone has died," said the soldier. "You did not tell him he had broken. You did not tell me it had broken out among your servants." "I did not know," said Mary's mother. "Come with me." And she ran into the house with the soldier. Mary soon learned why the servants were wailing. Her nanny had died of cholera, a, a dreaded disease that was spreading quickly and killing many people. By the next day, 3 more servants were dead, and the others had run away in terror. During the confusion of the following day, Mary hid in the nursery and was forgotten by everyone. Nobody thought of her and nobody wanted her. Mary eternally cried and slept through the hours. When she awoke, the house was perfectly quiet. "I wonder if everyone is better," Mary said. She heard something rustling on the floor, and when she looked down, she saw a little snake gliding along. It sounded like as if no one is here but the snake and me. The next minute, she heard footsteps on the porch and voice in the house. Mary jumped out of bed as the soldier came into her room. "There is a child here," he called to the other soldiers in the house. "A child alone in a place like this? Who is she?" "I'm Mary Lennox," she said. "I fell asleep when everyone has cholera, and I just woke up. Why was I forgotten? Why doesn't no one come?" The soldier looked at her sadly. "Because there is no one left to come." So it was in this strange and sudden way that Mary found out both her father and mother had died of cholera. There was no one left in the house but Mary and her little rustling snake.